All right, I'm going to be taking these very normal plastic flower leaves, silk flower, which is plastic flowers, not real silk, but and trying to make them look a little more realistic, like this. And to do that, it's really simple, but delicate. So I'm going to take some fire, and it doesn't take much heat at all, and you don't want to get very close to the leaf, but I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to light this. I'm just going to kind of, first of all, I'm going to wilt just the leaves themselves. I'm not going to put it close. I'm going to put it a distance away and then slowly bring it closer until I can see it starts to affect the leaf. You can see right there, it just started to melt that. Hold on one second here. Try that again. Okay, so I'm going to go around right in the center actually, because I don't really want to melt the edges. I like that little jagged edge. Now I've got the window open next to me as well. I am working in a ventilated area because this, now if you get the plastic, this plastic melts really quickly. So if you don't want it to have such a dramatic bend, you can just lay it back down on the tabletop and let it cool a little bit in the shape that you do want it. But if you do want it to bend a little bit, you can hold the flame just underneath the plastic stem part and it will start to droop like that. So a little more droopy. I'm gonna hold it there because that's where I want it to stop. Okay, I'm gonna go back. The thing about using a lighter is that this part gets really hot. So you don't want to touch it. Let's see, I'm gonna put this under the edge a little bit more. Okay, we've got a little more natural shape to these leaves now. I'm going to do one more here. This one I'm going to sort of bend lower. Didn't mean to get the leaf on that one, but I did. There we go. So again, I'm just barely putting this close to the leaf. Now, that's what it looks like on the underside. You can actually see a little discoloration. It gets a little lighter colored green where the fire has hit it. And you can do more or less. It's a good idea to practice with some of these. Now, each brand that I've used, I got a little too hot. Each brand that I've used, let's see, has melted at a slightly different rate, I would say. But they all get this same sort of effect. I highly suggest doing this to your really cheap flowers. These were, this was from a rose that I got at the Dollar General, and this was actually $1. Most things there aren't any longer. And to up the realism and the value, the perceived value of this flower, I have taken all the leaves off. I wrapped it in brown florist tape rather. And this stuff is waxy. If you're not familiar with it, let me just show you. I'll take a piece off of here. You can just tear it like that. But the thing is, it's covered in wax, and the way you want to stick it onto something, if you just wrap it around something, it will fall right off. What you have to do, you brace at the very beginning where you're going to start it, hold it with your holding hand, and then the part that you're wrapping, you just slowly pull it at the same time that you twist it. You don't pull it hard. You just pull it a little. So again, if I just put it like this, it's just going to come right off. But if I pull it, go around this little nubbin here, then while I twist, pulling and stretching it, oh, I pulled it a little too hard and it tore, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen a lot when you're getting used to using this stuff, but warming it with your hand and twisting it and pressing it down, that probably will not ever come up again. If you're having a little bit of trouble getting it to really stick at the very end, you can use a little tacky glue just at the very, very end to finish that. But you're not really gonna need that. And then what I did, like you saw, I just did this with the leaves. This part here is a very unnatural green. So what I'm gonna do is take some alcohol ink, and I'm gonna paint this with alcohol ink to take the color down, or change the color, make it a little more mossy green, and not quite so fake green. Okay, and I'll come back to you in a second when I get that set up.